Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Better Know a Highway, here on Virtual Road Trip, a series where we take a closer look at the interstates and highways that cross this vast country of ours. In this video we look at another of the Zero series of highways, Interstate 30. And since this is a shorter video, we'll have a shorter intro, so just remember to like and subscribe, check out the VRT Discord, link is below, and click the join button to join as a member for just $3 a month. And thank you for that. With all that out of the way, let's get started. Interstate 30 is an east-west running highway in the central part of the United States. At just 366 miles in length, it is by far the shortest of the Zero series of continental spanning highways within the country, and instead crosses through just 2 states. Starting at the eastern end, we begin in the state of Arkansas, where I-30 travels from its very center to its southwest corner for a total of 143 miles. The eastern terminus of I-30 is within the capital city of Little Rock and its metro area. Beginning at a T-junction with the much longer Zero series highway, I-40, 30 immediately heads south and soon crosses the Arkansas River and then past the city's local airport. 30 then has several junctions with local spur routes, the first with a connector spur I-630, then just after, at a large cloverleaf junction, 30 connects with a partial beltway spur I-440, which heads east, as well as a much longer spur I-530, which at 46 miles in length takes drivers south to the city of Pine Bluff. It's also at this large intersection where I-30 makes a turn to the southwest and leaves the Little Rock area. But before it does so completely, it has one more junction, this time with another partial beltway spur I-430. After passing directly next to the suburban cities of Bryant and Benton, 30 continues on a southwest to northeast orientation and enters the Arkansas countryside, winding its way past numerous small towns and cities within the area, places such as Rockport and Arkadelphia, with 20 passing just to the west of both. As it enters the state's southwest region, 30 runs through large forest land and passes more places of note, such as the small cities of Prescott and Hope. Then, shortly after, I-30 crosses the Red River and soon enters the Texarkana metro region. I-30 approaches the city of Texarkana from the northeast, and just as it reaches populated lands, the highway has a junction with the southern segment of the north-south running I-49, very close to that section's northern terminus. 49 acts as a partial beltway around the eastern side of the city as I-30 keeps to its north and makes a straight shot for the state line, which it crosses to leave the state at the same time it junctions with US Route 71, a route that takes travelers directly towards downtown. The only other state that I-30 travels through is Texas, where it traverses its northeastern region from the border to the Metroplex, for a total of 223 miles. First passing through the western half of the city of Texarkana, just to its north, and then leaving the area, 30 then heads due west into slightly less populated regions, passing numerous smaller cities, one of these being the city of New Boston, where the highway changes direction sharply to the southwest and heads deeper into the state. Now running in this new direction, 30 goes through some rural stretches as well as the vast farmland of East Texas, while passing more smaller cities, including places such as Mount Pleasant, where 30 turns back to a due east direction and continues through more agricultural lands for several miles. Further along, 30 then passes the city of Sulphur Springs, wrapping around it slightly to the south and junctioning with several local routes in the area. Then about 25 miles later, I-30 reaches another smaller city, this time Greenville, Texas. It's here where the highway turns back to a southwest orientation and shortly after enters more populated regions, which build up rather quickly as the highway continues along. I-30 soon enters the vast and heavily populated Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, entering the region from the northeast and first passing by numerous suburban cities such as Rockwell and Garland. The highway also crosses Lake Ray Hubbard, an impounded reservoir, via 2 separate bridges known as the East Dallas Causeway. After this, 30 enters the city of Dallas itself, first having a junction with the Eastern Beltway spur I-635, then as it nears the downtown core, 30 junctions with the northern terminus of I-45, an important highway that heads southeast and connects travelers to the city of Houston and eventually Galveston on the Gulf Coast. Shortly after, 30 approaches the downtown core itself, and it's here where it junctions with the eastern spur of I-35, a major north-south running highway. I-30 and I-35E run concurrent for less than a mile, before the former splits off to the west to quickly cross the Trinity River and head away from downtown Dallas. Although the terrain remains heavily populated as the highway travels through and past major suburban cities of the Metroplex, such as Irving and Arlington. After traversing the dense landscape, 30 reaches Fort Worth, the other major city of the region, and first junctions with another beltway spur, this one being I-820. Then, after a slight jut to the south, it then intersects with the western spur of I-35, directly next to the downtown area at a complex junction. The two routes do not run concurrent this time, and 30 keeps on its general western path as it gradually passes the city to the south, and once again enters suburban terrain on the outskirts of Fort Worth. The final stretch of I-30 sees it transition from dense urban neighborhoods to relatively open lands, as the highway meanders slightly south as it passes just next to the Fort Worth Naval Air Station, and soon after has another junction with I-820, just before leaving the cityscape. It's not long after this that I-30 finally terminates at a rural junction with the much longer running I-20. Drivers on I-30 continue on a straight right-of-way, as the designation to I-20 happens with little fanfare, other than some signage, with no ability to turn back to the east. This junction thus ends I-30's relatively modest 366-mile run. And that will do it for yet another episode of Better Know a Highway, a slightly shorter one, but still hope you enjoyed and still hope you learned something along the way, as always. And hey, before you go, make sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Make sure to check out the VRT Discord. Link is down in the description below, and I hope to see you there. And if you want to become a member, like these cool people right here, and thank you so much to all my members, big shout out to them, well, you can click the join button below for just $2.99 a month, and your support goes a long way, and I definitely appreciate that. So, with all that out of the way, make sure you enjoy the ride, and well, up next, Interstate 29. Hey, we're getting down there, and I'll see you then.